Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 had a pretty tepid opening week for the domestic box office, held slightly firmer in the international box office, which gave it a slightly more respectable first week in general. However, with no competition in the second week whatsoever, it's actually done exceedingly well, believe it or not. Now, my opinion on the movie, I thought it was very meh. It had a lot of dour stuff in it, a lot of stuff I didn't like, and then it was smattered with a bunch of, fun points here and there. But I certainly wasn't enamored by it. However, that's only my opinion. Rotten Tomatoes has it in an 82% critics and a 95% audience score. So it's certainly hitting a market. And even though I did class it as meh, it is the best thing to come out of the MCU since Endgame, which shows exactly how bad the MCU is, at least what state it's in at the current moment. But with the Marvels coming up next, don't expect this good time to stick around. So let's actually have a look at what it did. Now, it's currently showing at a 528 million worldwide after the first week and 2 weekends. Pretty good. Yes-ish. Yes-ish, in as much as this movie has to hit somewhere in the region of 700 million to break even. And by break even, we mean actually break even, as opposed to Marvel paying themselves for the rights to stream the film on Disney Plus and then put that as a plus column, making it have more profit at the end. Don't worry about it. Moving money around isn't just a Disney thing. It's a thing that studios have done for decades and decades and decades. But, and this is the but, it's got a week now, weekdays, Monday to Friday, of no competition. But Friday, for whatever reason, look, I've never watched a Fast and the Furious movie. I don't ever intend to watch a Fast and the Furious movie. Shout out to my boy Paul Walker. But people go in droves to see these things. And I'll never understand why, but that's just me. Fast 10 comes out on Friday, and that is going to have a significant effect on Guardians of the Galaxy, most likely. But after Fast 10, we've suddenly got a plethora of movies coming out in June. We've got Transformers, The Rise of the Beasticles, we have The Flash, we have The Little Mermaid, I believe. And we've also got Indiana Jones. So there's not going to be much room for respite for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 to start generating massive amounts more uncontested. But let's have a look-see. So the Friday to Friday actually had your typical Marvel drop. The Friday to Friday had a 67% drop on it. But the Saturday and the Sunday held out really firm indeed. The Saturday only having a 32% drop, which is pretty amazing, really. And then Sunday predicted, this has got to be, confirmed, this is the predicted, a 41% drop on the Sunday. Now, is this an unexpected box office for this week? Well, they did predict it was actually going to do 60 million, and it did 60.5 million. So it didn't do that bad over the weekend for the predictive element of it. And that takes the domestic to 213, but again, the international at 315 million. So if the international was in line with the domestic, which it was with Ant-Man, it would be a substantially different situation that we're in now. So is this a big win for Marvel? Well, as I've said, trying to hit 700 million just to break even, you're not looking to make movies just break even. and shifting money around so you lose money on Disney Plus to prop up the MCU, at the end of the day, it's semantics. It's still losing money. You're just shifting where the money's being lost. Marvel don't make these movies to break even or make a $10 or $20 million profit. They're making these movies to make hundreds of millions dollar profit. And if Guardians of the Galaxy hits around 750 and makes about 50 million profit, is that going to go down as a win? I mean, if it was a smaller budget movie, then I would say so. But when you're talking about a $250, $250, no, that's what it looks like. The Marvels, I mean, of course. When it's $250 million budget and you're only managing to squeeze and irk out 50 million profit, that's not great. It really isn't. And with the Marvels coming out, and I don't think the Marvels is going to get any rub from this movie at all, it's going to be very interesting to see how the MCU goes forward. Because with a bunch of projects which have been put on the back burner, a bunch of projects which have been delayed, without casting for the Fantastic Four announced yet, without any word whatsoever about the X-Men, just exactly what is going on with the MCU? Well, we all know that answer. And it's a one-way trip to hell. Hope you enjoyed the vid. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.